Well, that's right. The governor was here yesterday, spent the night. Sir, talk about been able to see this damage. Can you even put into words what you're seeing?
Well, it's total devastation. But the bottom line is now that the weather's broken for a moment, we have the teams back out. We have two sectors to continue to search. We had 17 rescues yesterday. Our hope is there's still people alive underneath this rubble in some of the sections a little bit west of here. Hopefully we can get those folks out of there and alive today.
Has there been talk about when it transits to something else, when you guys are looking for people who are alive now? When do we start going into recovery mode after that?
Under our schedules, we're to complete all of the search and rescue by 2 o'clock today. If the weather stays like this, we should be able to get that done. That will have meant we've been over every foot with both dogs as well as the machines that are necessary to see if there are people down there. After that, it'll be recovery.
Talk about the state's effort as far as bringing help from around the state, even other states, bringing them in here. The attention's here in Joplin, isn't it?
Well, hundreds of firefighters as well as first responders have come in from around the state. Our Task Force 1 out of Columbia, our Heavy Fire Rescue out of Kansas City. We have about 300 guardsmen here, about 110 highway patrolmen. We're keeping order and assisting through our MP brigades to make sure that folks can work here and backing up these local folks to make sure we get a good search, a good rescue, and then a rebuild in this area.
You've been to a lot of tornado zones in the past. How does this one rank, and how does this one look compared to those?
I've never seen anything like this. There's a reason why this is the deadliest tornado in memory in the United States. This tornado came to this town. It almost screwed into the earth. It basically stayed here, didn't move across the ground nearly as quickly as tornadoes usually do. Mainly tornadoes bounce from one place to another. This one stayed here, death and devastation. All sorts of deaths, all sorts of damage, just basically wiped the area out.
And we're at 117, right?
We have 117 confirmed deaths. I think that number will probably go up.
And do we know how many people are missing?
We're still trying to move those numbers. In one of the nursing homes, we have about a dozen people that are unaccounted for yet, but we're thinking some of those have been moved to Oklahoma. Literally, as we speak, folks are going through all the records in the area, checking the shelters, checking the hospitals. Some people were days. We had about 600 people injured, but the focal point is on making sure that anybody that's still alive that's under the rubble gets out, and then we work to recovery and communicate with all folks and their relatives.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Again, the number is 117 people confirmed dead.